New monasticism is an attempt to reimagine and recreate an ancient and historic practice of life with God. And so you look back at the early and the first monastics and the Desert Fathers, and they were these men and women who, in the Roman Empire at the time of Constantine, they utilized persecution as a means of gauging their interior lives with God. And so they always were able to see where their hearts were, honestly, by how they're relating to the persecution they were experiencing by simply being a Christian. And then Constantine legalized Christianity, became the state religion, and so then there was no longer this external persecution. And so the early Desert Fathers then fled to the desert, literally to the desert, to put themselves through an external circumstance to then reflect and mirror what was going on internally for them as a way of gauging their life and intimacy with God. So that's where we see, that's the impetus of monasticism, of the heart of which being union with God is at the core, and wanting in all things to be deeply and intimately connected with the Father.
There's a movement. It's not a huge movement, but there's a movement of some people who want some sense of history, some sense of the bells and smells that they're not getting in the standard evangelical church. And I think it's part of a larger phenomenon of an interest in mysticism, quite frankly, that religion is not just about propositions. It's an experience. And it's, in some ways, it's not an irrational experience, it's a non-rational experience. And so one needs symbols, one needs music, one needs a structure that allows the spirit to soar. And in mega churches, which are fast moving and there's a lot of hype and motion and whatever, you don't get those periods of quiet and stillness that allows the soul, the spirit, to somehow transcend the hubbub of everyday life.